5 carts you really should have in your collection. This is a follow up to a previous video that I done about a week ago. Let's have a look at these 5 carts. Okay guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So previously we did a video looking at 8 carts that you really should own on your Evercade. Now I missed out a few carts which maybe arguably I could have had in my top 8, but it's a really tough decision. Primarily this is the one that probably should have made it, but for other reasons I really just decided it didn't make it. But you know, you could argue it could easily have been in your top 5 even collections. But I've chosen 5 more carts that you really should have in your collection, and whether you're just starting out or you're been collecting on the Evercade for the past couple of years, you really should make sure you've got these carts in your collection. These really are the best that Evercade have got to offer. Arguably, obviously, because everyone's going to have their different carts that they prefer to play over others. Now, probably admittedly, there aren't really that many carts that are bad. I can only really think of one that's probably not the greatest, but, oh well, sorry, 2. Maybe 2. In television, 2 and Worms are not the greatest, but some people will quite enjoy them, so it's obviously a personal opinion at the end of the day. But yeah, in this video I'm going to look at these 5 carts, play through some of the games and give you my opinions as we go. Anyway guys, let's look at the first cart. So guys, in no particular order, we're looking at Data East Collection 1. Now this is collection number 3. This is going way back to 2020 when the Evercade was first released. It's got a really good selection of games. It's only got 10 games, right enough, but there's some really decent games in here that you should definitely get your teeth stuck into, like Midnight Resistance, Side Pocket, Joe and Mac 2 is quite good fun, Magical Drop 2, Burning Rubber, Fighters History, Two Crude Dudes. Some absolutely great games. There's probably not really a poor game here. Maybe Karate Champ is the poorest one, Bad Dudes isn't really a great version, but still a very good collection, very worthy of playing. And again, obviously come complete with all those lovely manuals and instructions. Not the greatest manuals then, I think they've got better at their manuals as we've went through the sort of years. But yeah, what we'll do is play some of the games. Let's see it in action now.
Round 1, fight! Cade wins!
Okay guys, next on my list, the Oliver Twins collection. Now this is a cart that you can't actually buy, technically speaking, anymore. It's not for sale. However, you should be able to still pick it up from some sources. I think you should be able to pick it up on Amazon somewhere, or at worst eBay. You might even pick it up in some of the game stores, Argos Game, for example, in the UK. But it will probably cease to exist on shelves at some point because it's no longer in production. It's not longer getting made. So if you want to pick up, you really better hurry up and get it picked up. 11 games included. And obviously if you don't like Dizzy games, you might not exactly enjoy this cart at all. But for me, I love Dizzy. I played a lot of Dizzy games growing up on the C64, occasionally on the Spectrum as well. Absolutely loved it. Unfortunately, there's no versions like that on here. It's only NES versions that we have, which it was a little bit of a pain for me when we got it. But some of the versions are actually pretty good. Some are not great at all. But anyway, I still enjoy playing this cart. I love the Dizzy games. I think I've finished all of them apart from one. Really enjoyed it. Now there are a few other games on here that are pretty decent. Like Dream World Pogie is a really decent platformer game. Firehawk is not too bad. Super Robin Hood has a lot of fans out there as well. And some people quite enjoy the puzzle games such as Panic Dizzy and Go Dizzy Go. But yeah, really loved this cart. I played this a lot when I got it first time. Finished all the Dizzies apart from Fantastic Dizzy, which was really quite tough. But yeah, absolutely love it. It's got that great sort of manual in there. You've got that lovely looking cart. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, this was cart number 12, which, you know, you probably won't be able to get it for much longer. So if you want to get it, go get it right now. Let's have a look at some of the games in action. in my original list of 8 carts, this has probably been the most controversial, not including. And I definitely I thought about putting it in, but yeah, then I changed my mind and decided to replace it with a few others. But, you know, arguably this could be in a top 5 collection of everyone's collection. There are 12 games included. For me, I hadn't really played most of the games apart from one. Renovation, I don't really recall being released in the UK. Maybe they were, but maybe they weren't. But I think they were more popular in North America and Japan. But yeah, apparently if you want to buy these games separately, physical that is, then it would cost you an absolute fortune. There's a really good selection of games. Really enjoyed like Phallus games, Soldis, and what's the other one? There's a Shoot 'em Up Gaiares is the Shoot 'em Up games. Final Zone, El Viento was great fun, Dino Land was good, Arcus Odyssey. They were all really great games, and we will not mention this one. Yeah, probably one of the worst games on Evercade, sadly, Beast Wrestler. But again, it has its fans, just not me. Anyway, lovely cart. Great little manual here. Let's see as we get through to collection 23. This is the manuals themselves have started to get a little bit thicker, and there's more pages for each game, which is very, very welcome, and it's a nice touch again from Blaze. Anyway guys, let's have a look at some of the games in action. Now, let's go. Okay guys, moving on to a couple of arcade carts that I've picked as being some of my favourite ones. Data East Arcade 1. It's got 10 games, it's got a really good selection of games here. You've got Sly Spy, I really enjoyed, Chain Reaction, Lock and Chase, Darwin, which is really tough, Breakthrough is tough as heck as well, but Gate of Doom and Wizard Fire were brilliant. We've got the arcade version of Bad Dudes as well, and Burger Time, and Tumble Pop was probably one of my most favourite games as well on this cart. Absolutely fantastic. This was cart number 2 in the arcade sort of collections. Let's have a look at some of the games in action.
Great job.
Okay, this is actually a fairly recent cart at the time of this video. This is Arcade Collection number 6. This is EliteColeyBoy Arcade 2. Now, I don't think it's quite as good as Arcade 1 from EliteColeyBoy, but there's still some good games on this. There's 6 games included, much like the first cart. You get Big Karnak, World Rally 2, Thunder Hoop 2, Manic Square, which also has a secret version as well. Squash and Touch and Go. Now, Squash and Touch and Go, you'd probably think not particularly great, but Squash was absolutely brilliant. Very addictive stuff. Yep, it's a squash game and it's brilliant. Who would have thought it, eh? But yeah, wow. A good collection of games. You obviously got your cards as well included in this collection. Very sort of smallish manual as well. But yeah, very nice. Really enjoyed it. It's a good cart. You really should make sure you have this in your collection. Let's have a look at the games in action now.
2. One, 3. One, 4. One, 5.
So guys, that's our look at these 5 carts that you really should have in your collection. Along with my first video done 8 carts, I'll leave a link in the description if you've not seen that video. But that's 13 carts that you really should have in your collection. Obviously there's a lot of carts, there's 30 plus, you could really choose any of them. There's only really a couple of bad carts in my opinion at this point, so all of them are pretty much worthy of being in your collection. Let me know guys, what are your favourite carts in the comments. I'll happily get some conversation going there. Do you agree with these 5? Should I have had this in my top 5 renovation collection? I know it's obviously a lot of people's favourite cart. Yeah, bit of a controversial there, I felt a bit bad not including it, but here we are. Thanks for watching guys, catch you in the next one. Bye for now.